Honda is a car maker most buyers associate with cleverly designed family hatchbacks and efficient SUVs, but at its heart it's a high-performance brand with a racing heritage in Formula One, a popular line of Type R performance models and a back catalogue that includes the first NSX supercar, which went toe-to-toe with Ferrari when it was launched in 1990. That NSX survived, with revisions, until 2005. But we've had to wait until 2016 to see Honda launch another one. That's right, Honda has finally built a second-generation NSX supercar. This new one, which might as well have been beamed down from space, so far removed does it look from a regular Honda, features carbon fiber and aluminium construction, and a cutting-edge petrol-electric hybrid powertrain that immediately sets it apart from fiercely talented rivals such as the Audi R8, McLaren 570S and Porsche 911 Turbo S. How far apart? Well, while each of those established competitors gets by with a conventional petrol engine alone, the NSX is powered by a twin-turbo V6 combined with no less than 3 electric motors, a 9-speed automatic gearbox and torquey vectoring all-wheel drive. From an engineering point of view, it is really quite astonishing. The supercar that's easy to use. The old NSX was perhaps the first user-friendly supercar, so easy to drive you could use it every day. The new NSX has taken up this mantle with conviction. The steering is light and quick at low speeds but slower on the motorway, so it doesn't feel fidgety. An innovative braking system delivers huge stopping power but is still easily modulated around town. And you get clever magnetic dampers that offer serene comfort or race-car flat cornering, depending on the driving mode. Stars of the show, however, are definitely the engine and all those electric motors. In fact, only the Porsche 918 hypercar has ever deployed this kind of drivetrain configuration before, and the NSX costs about 6 times less than that. Using such a high-tech solution is very on-brand for Honda, especially as a marque lacking in traditional supercar prestige, but it also brings a unique driving experience to the lower reaches of the supercar sector, including the ability to drive silently on electric power alone for short distances. Striking looks a strong point. Quiet running may seem at odds with supercar ownership, but you will attract enough attention at low speeds via the spaced styling. Though it may look futuristic and outlandish, all the scoops and vents on the Honda NSX have been sculpted by the advanced powertrain's hunger for air, which it desperately needs in order to keep cool. This is where the everyday proposition of the NSX starts to lose a bit of traction. Those massive side vents add to the NSX's already sizable girth, and the door mirrors need to be on lengthy stalks to see around them, so they stick out a long way. Narrow roads are instantly awkward as a result. On top of which, supercars are all much less belligerent these days than they were when the first NSX hit the streets. Has this new car's USP been eroded? Helping this Honda stand out among rivals, as well as being key to its driving experience, is the highly complex hybrid powertrain. But make no mistake, this is not some kind of eco-special. The trio of electric motors that supplement the NSX's conventional 3.5-litre V6 petrol engine are on hand to improve performance and, literally, electrify the handling. So while the 573 horsepower and 646 Nm of torque the NSX produces is broadly in line with the amount of power provided by petrol-only rivals like the McLaren 570S and Porsche 911 Turbo S, the way that power is delivered is very different. How the hybrid system works and what it can do. 2 of the electric motors are used to drive the front wheels, with the third integrated into the 9-speed automatic gearbox and assisting the petrol engine to drive the wheels at the rear. This gives the NSX all-wheel drive, while the front motors also allow you to travel short distances on electric power alone, using what Honda calls quiet mode. Handy for not disturbing the neighbors late at night or early in the morning. Their real benefit, however, is performance. Electric motors produce maximum torque instantly, and this gives the NSX the sort of zero-delay takeoff from standstill you get in a Tesla Model S. The difference here is that you also benefit from the added charisma of a twin-turbo 6-cylinder petrol engine, while Honda uses the third motor to improve the petrol's low speed response. As soon as the revs rise enough to get the turbos going, the V6 explodes into action and begins to dominate. The result of all this electricity is ferocious in gear acceleration, accompanied by a manic soundtrack of mechanical whines, turbo whistles and piped-in induction roar. Honda says 062 miles per hour takes under 3 seconds. It's as specific as it gets, and top speed is 191 miles per hour. Simply put, the NSX feels incredibly fast and urgent, thanks to the almost total lack of lag between flexing the accelerator and forward motion. Integrated Dynamic System Driving Mode Selector. Helping tune the whole experience is the Integrated Dynamic System, a fancy name for a drive mode selector offering quiet, sport, sport plus and track settings. This adjusts the chassis and powertrain, including the steering, brakes, throttle, stability control, dampers, engine, transmission, and all-wheel drive system. Quiet mode gives a couple of miles of all-electric driving and hushed starts, limiting the engine speed to 4,000 revolutions per minute and closing the exhaust flaps too. Move up to sport mode and you can rev all the way to the 7,500 revolutions per minute red line, and the exhaust gains more volume. You also get intake noise piped into the cabin. Sport Plus gives you faster gear shifts, more aggressive throttle response and even more noise. Finally, there is track mode, which, as the name suggests, feels a bit too much for road use. This unlocks extra features such launch control and relaxes the electronic stability control system. 9-speed automatic gearbox. The gearbox is happy to slur its changes together for refinement and comfort if you're just cruising, but becomes much sharper and faster in its sportier modes. It works fine in automatic mode but is sometimes a little too keen to hold on to high revs. You can overcome this by taking manual control and using the paddle shifters behind the steering wheel.